Hello everyone. So here is one more session on the TSSET TGSET 2024. Here I am providing the solution of the previous year paper and we are solving the paper of 2023. Already part 1 I have released. If you haven't checked, please go through that and cover all the previous uh, question that we have solved there. Now see, before moving ahead, जैसे last video में भी मैंने आपको कहा था कि what you need to do while you are preparing for the TSET. Don't go in depth. Don't solve so much numerical. Don't solve like the question that are very lengthy. Simply go for the one-liner question because they are not asking in the depth question. So that's why you can easily solve this paper and easily crack this examination. बहुत ज़्यादा in-depth preparation is not required. So yes, this is my session. Do join the Telegram channel to get the PDF of this session. Correct? So now let's continue. And in the last session, we were discussing about the database management system. The last question that we have solved about the views. Correct. So this is my last question that I have provided in the last video. Let's continue with the next question. So here is the next question. What is the primary goal of the query optimization? What is the primary goal of query optimization? It reduce the response time. देखिए, whenever we are talking about the optimization, obviously either we are trying to achieve or we are trying to maximize or minimize something. Whenever we are talking about optimization, we want to say about the maximization or minimization. So basically when we talk about the query optimization, it will not be related with the efficiency of storage because for storage efficiency we need to handle the memory related concept, and query is not related to the memory. It do not increase the accuracy. It depends on the database content. And guaranteed result consistency is maintained by the programmer, not by the query optimization. So yes, it reduce the response time. Now see, before moving ahead, just like this session and share with your friend. It will be a great help for me. So just like it and share with your friend. So what is the primary object of two-phase commit protocol? Two-phase commit protocol. It is not used for optimization. It is we have two-phase locking protocol, not commit protocol. Concurrency control have two-phase locking protocol. Don't get confused between two-phase commit and two-phase locking. Both are the different protocol. So for concurrency control, we use two-phase locking protocol. Database recovery, no. Here we want to maintain the atomicity. So we use the two-phase commit protocol for atomicity. What is the primary benefit of temporal database? Temporal means time related. So when I am talking about the temporal database, it is used to track historical data. It is time related data. Now in the context of GIS, geographical informatics system, geographical information system, that contain the data that is related to the geographical component, like earth, like we have road and like all this. So in the context of GIS, what is spatial data primarily refer to? So it refer to geographical data, not time based data, not textual data. It is geography related data. Now the next question, in NoSQL database, what does the eventual consistency mean? Eventual consistency means the consistency over a event, over a particular period, is called the eventual consistency. So immediate consistency, no guarantee to the yes consistency. Yes, we measure the consistency in NoSQL over a period. Now see, what is the main drawback of NoSQL database in comparison to RDBMS? So NoSQL database does not support the SQL feature. It does not support the relational algebra feature. So that's why it does not support the ACID property. ACID property is not supported by the NoSQL. Scalability is there, complex data it can handle, it can provide the speed up access of data, but ACID property is not supported by the NoSQL in comparison to the Relational database. I have taken the chapter on NoSQL as well. You can visit to that chapter and can easily prepare these kind of questions. In a NoSQL database operating in a cloud, which of the following feature most crucial for optimizing the performance? Sharding, indexing, replication, auto scaling. We can easily achieve indexing in NoSQL. Replication, that's why we are using the NoSQL database over the cloud, because we want to make replicas. Auto scaling is also possible because we can have the cloud structure that will provide the scaling feature, but sharding is not possible with NoSQL database. Now, operating system. Which of the following scheduling algorithm is non-primitive? Round robin. It is primitive because it primed the process after a time quantum. Priority scheduling. It primed the process basis on the priority. And shortage of next. It primed the process basis on the burst time. But first come first serve is not a primitive algorithm. Now, in the critical section, which property is not short for a solution? So when we talk about the solution of critical section problem, it should satisfy mutual exclusion, it should satisfy the progress, and it should satisfy the bounded waiting. CPU utilization is not the part of critical section problem solution. Critical section problem solution. Next, see, which of the following IPC mechanisms provide the best performance? Inter-process communication. Which of the following provide the best performance among these? Message queue, shared memory, socket, and RPC. So obviously, message queue have the limited buffer. But shared memory has the large memory space that can be shared. Socket need to establish the connection. Uh, it is used for client server architecture. RPC, remote procedure call. Call is required. A data small size database will be used, that may be stack and something. So among these, the shared memory is the best performance. It will give you the best performance. What does the two-phase locking protocol primarily prevent? So it prevent deadlock. No, whenever there will be the whenever there will be the two-phase locking, it may cause the deadlock. It do not prevent. It may cause the deadlock. Deadlock, two-phase locking. It cannot prevent mutual exclusion, because obviously if you are locking something, you can access that item mutually, so it will not prevent mutual exclusion. Race condition cannot be avoided. Race condition is something that occur because of the ordering of transaction in which we ordering of process or ordering of transaction in which we are accessing the data item. So it doesn't depend on the locking concept. Serialization anomaly, like serial schedule can be maintained. Basically, this question is from DBMS. It is not the part of operating system. In the context of deadlock recovery, what word the often process refer to? So a process left without a parent. What happened? A parent create a child process. A parent create the multiple child process. So the responsibility of parent process is that if it is going to be terminate, it should close all the child process. It should close all the child process. But suppose a process or child process is left, but parent process has been terminated, then this child process will become the orphan process. Then it will become the orphan process. Next we have, which of the following page replacement algorithm is susceptible to the Baladi's anomaly? So yes, FIFO algorithm is suffer from the Baladi's anomaly. Whenever you will listen the Baladi's anomaly, you should get called the FIFO algorithm. So FIFO suffer from the Baladi's anomaly. What is the primary disadvantage of red 0? It have limited capacity, slow reads, slower writes. No, it do not have fault tolerance. It do not have fault tolerance. What is the primary role of swapper in Linux? To swap the process. To swap the process, in and out from the physical memory, not from the kernel mode. Swapper swap out the user process. Out of memory management is not performed by the swapper. Swapper just responsible to swap out the process, partially executed process. So it is swap out the moving process in and out in the man memory. Lampert timestamps are used to achieve global ordering, total ordering, partial ordering, or synchronous ordering. So basically, it is used to achieve the total or partial ordering in the POSET with the help of partial set. So yes, it is used to timestamps. Timestamps can be used to achieve the partial ordering or the total ordering. The ordering of transactions. Now, which of the following is not typically used to manage the risk in Agile? Now, we have question from software engineering. So, which of the sorry, which of the following technique is not typically used to manage the risk in Agile software? So, yes, in Agile software, we have time box, time limit is there in which we have to perform the task. Backlog prioritization is there, iterative development hota hai, but we do not do critical path analysis. Critical path analysis is the duration in which we complete the project, the longest time. Which software development cycle model is most appropriate for project with vague requirement and high degree of innovation? If we have to do change, the requirements are changing frequently and high degree of innovation is required. Waterfall cannot be applicable. Waterfall model is applicable if if we want to develop a system in which the requirements are well defined. Requirements are well defined, technology is well established, then we can go for the waterfall model. V model is the extension of waterfall model. So if we want to do the parallel testing, we can apply V shape model, but it is not it cannot be applicable to the high degree of innovation. Big bang model, Big Bang model is not a successful model and it cannot be applicable to any kind of solution. So spiral, in spiral we do the iterative development. We will do the iterative development like this. After every phase there will be the some output. Then we will continue and all continue. So it will continue with the innovation. It will continue with the new requirement. Spiral model is also suitable for the project where the risk management is required. The spiral model is also suitable for the project where the risk management is required. So yes, the best answer is spiral among these options. In the context of architectural design, what is the primary goal of model view architecture? Model view controller MVC architecture. So MVC architecture is basically what we do now. We divide our application, we divide our web application, or we divide our any application into the three parts. So web application, the model, view, and controller. So basically, it what we are doing, we are modelizing the component of the website. So like view is something that we can see, the controller that will communicate, the model that will handle the database or background facility. So it facilitates the data storage and retrieval. No, it is the component of complete application to separate the application into distinct but interconnected components. Yes, this is the most accurate answer here. It is most accurate answer. In the context of software design, what is the content coupling? When content coupling occurs when one component control the content of other component or other module. So one module rely on the inner working on the another module and it is called the content coupling. It is called the content coupling. Modules share only the simple data such as integer and character. It is called the data coupling. This is called the data coupling. Modules share the data structure and use only part of it. It is called the stamp coupling. It is called the stamp coupling. Got it? And this is nothing. Now we have next question. Which of the following attribute primarily concern the system capability to maintain its performance under high load condition? It is called the scalability. It is called the, if we are increasing the input, we are increasing the user, still my system is working. So the attribute primarily concern the system capability to maintain the performance under high load condition. It is called the scalability. Okay. Next we have, you should remember all these terms. You should know the meaning of all these terms. These are the software quality management component. Now, what is the primary focus of clean room software engineering with respect to software quality? So yes, it based, whenever we are talking about the clean room software engineering, it is the mathematical approach. So it reduces the number of defects by rigorous inspection and formal verification. Formal means mathematical verification, statistical verification. What does the coverage criteria on software testing? Coverage criteria in software testing, it basically used to, it is basically used to measure the proportion of code base exercised by a data source. Direct definition hai, this is the direct definition, remember it. Now we have the next subject, that is data structure. Consider the binary search tree where all the key are unique. What is the maximum number of nodes that can be on the path from the root to the deepest leaf in the balanced BST with n nodes? So for binary search tree, when all the key are unique, what is the maximum number of nodes that can be on the path from the root to the deepest leaf node? It is given by log n, because we know that BST is a tree where we can divide it into the two parts. So for the node to the deepest node, the complexity will become, if it is balanced, then complexity will become log n. Then complexity will become log n. Now next question. In B plus tree, unlike the B tree, all the key are found on the leaf node. Yes, B plus tree have all the key values are found on the leaf node. Why it is feature particularly useful in database? Because now all the data are available on the key node. So I can directly access them from the key node. So it increases the IO operation, or you can say it increasing the performance of the disk structure where we will store the database. है ना? So it allow faster balancing? No. Balancing does not required in disk structure. In disk structure, we are storing the data. If it is B plus tree structure, we can easily perform input and output. So random access? No. Simplified data structure? No. It allow efficient disk IO operation. It allows efficient disk IO operation. Which of the following does not have optimal solution using greeting algorithm? So whenever like we are trying to minimize something, we want to use in a optimized way. There we will have the greedy algorithm. So fractional lab set, job sequencing with deadline, and minimum spanning tree. All these are the greedy approach, but coin change for arbitrary dominator, it is not solved with the help of greedy, because here we are not trying to optimize something. What is the primary difference between backtracking and branch and bound? So in backtracking and branch and bound, in backtracking we can go back to the previous result and we use the concept of stack, because it uses the concept of LIFO. It uses the concept of LIFO. While branch and bound, it follows the concept of queue. So we can do the label wise analysis. So branch and bound, it uses the queue, and backtracking, it uses the stack. Yes, this is the major difference we have. For which of the following type of graph will Discastra fail to find the shortest path? For weighted directed acyclic graph, it can work. For cyclic graph, it can work. For unweighted, no. Unweighted directed acyclic graph, we have to assign some weight. But if there is a negative weight, then Discastras cannot work. Here we will require the Bellman force algorithm. Bellman force algorithm is required if the weight is negative. If the directed graph is there, to calculate the shortest path, single source shortest path, Bellman-Ford algorithm is required. For a given problem of size n, the space complexity is given by S of n is equal to 4n square plus 2n plus log n. Find out the highest polynomial degree. Here we have n square. Ignore the smallest one because it is very small as compared to n square. So we can ignore, your answer will be n square. That's it, nothing else. Solved in within second. Which of the following property is not closed under the regular? Now we are at TOC. So regular language, it is closed under the union, intersection, complement, even all the operation. But there is no property like operator. Even though in TOC there is no property like operator. Na? So regular language cannot be closed under the operator. Now if a regular language and P and Q are the two regular expression, L is a regular language and P and Q are the regular expression, then which of the following not necessary regular? Regular are closed under the union, clean closure and concatenation, but there is no operator like difference. So yes, it is not closed under the difference. Got it? There is no operator that we can apply over the any language, that is difference. So यहाँ answer क्या होगा? The answer will be difference. Now, for a non-regular language L, what is the pumping lemma is demonstrated? So, pumping lemma is used to demonstrate that the given language is not regular, cannot be pumped in L. There exists a string that cannot be pumped in L, means the pumping lemma is used to check that whether given language is not regular. Not regular. So there exists a string that can be pumped to no. We want to specify it is not regular. Not regular. In lexical analysis, when NFA to DFA conversion uses which of the following algorithm? So yes, NFA to DFA, it uses power set algorithm. Option 1, Discastra's algorithm. It is single source shortest path algorithm. Single source shortest path algorithm that work with the positive weight. That work with the positive weight. Bellman-Ford single source shortest path algorithm that work with the negative weight. Floyd-Warshall, it is all pair shortest path algorithm. So obviously these three will not be used when we are working with NFA to DFA. When we are working with NFA to DFA. In the context of push down automata, which of the following operation generally available? So PDA, in PDA we use the stack to push an element stack, pop an element into stack, replace an element, short the stack. So yes, we perform the push operation, we perform the pop operation. We can replace the top element because we are using stack here, but we cannot perform shorting of stack element. We cannot perform shorting of stack element. Now, what is the primary difference between PDA, push down automata, and non-PDA and PDA, yeah, non-deterministic push down automata? So yes, and PDA uses queue instead of stack. Both uses stack. PDA is a Turing machine complete while the NPDA is not. No, PDA PDA is a subset of NPDA and NPDA is a subset of LBA and LBA is a subset of Turing machine. So both are the ultimately Turing machine. PDA can recognize the context-free language while NPDA can recognize recursively. No, NPDA can also recognize the CFL and for the recursively enumerable language, we have Turing machine. And PDA can have multiple next state in the same input and the stack condition. Yes, that's why it is non-deterministic PDA. That's why if we have single transition, then it will be deterministic. And if multiple transition are there, then it will be non-deterministic. Now next question. Assume you are given a universal Turing machine. या इसको हम बोल रहे हैं UTM. Which of the following is not a capability of UTM? It simulates the Turing machine. Remember, all Turing machine can simulate each other. So A simple Turing machine can simulate the multi-tape Turing machine. A universal Turing machine can simulate to the um, multi multi-directional Turing machine. So all format of Turing machine can simulate each other. Deciding the halting problem Turing machine, yes, it is undecidable problem. Recognize the language of Turing machine that halt on empty input. Yes, we can recognize. Simulating the deterministic as well as non-deterministic Turing machine. So yes, there is a confusion on statement 3 as well. Rest, yes, option 2 is correct. So halting problem is undecidable in Turing machine. Which of the following parser can handle left recursive grammar without modification? So all the all the bottom up parser can handle all the bottom up parser can handle the recursive grammar without modification. So LR and LALR1 should be the answer, but they have given only LR1. Now in the context of code optimization, the p-fold optimization, this is the previous year question of UGC net. Local optimization by inspecting the small window of instruction, it is called the p-fold. It is called the p-fold. Now we have computer networks. In a noisy channel with the error rate rising, which modulation scheme is the most resilient for the digital transmission? So for the digital transmission, the phase shift key, phase shift, when we shift the phase of, like we are starting like this, and if the value is changing, this is 0, if value is changing, we will shift it and let's start from next value. So this is phase shift key. This is called the phase shift key. Now we have, for implementation of error correction in digital communication system, which of the following is more advanced mechanism than Hamming code but is potentially higher overhead? So yes, Reed Solomon code can be used instead of Hamming code, but it have the overheads. It have lots of overhead. So error correction uh, up to 1 bit is easily solved with the Hamming code. But for the higher level, we can go for the Reed Solomon code, but it have the overhead. CRC, it is the error detection technique, not correction. Parity check, error detection technique, not correction. Checksum, error detection code, not not correction. So option है option 1. Now we have next question. In TCP/IP, how does the explicit congestion notification in IP layer interact with the TCP to prevent the congestion collapse? ECN notification in IP layer. So basically it is a flag, and that set the IP header that TCP layer read and react to it. It is a kind of here. It directly modify, no. TCP window cannot be modified. It will be modified by either sender or receiver basis on the advertised window. It initiates TCP RST flag, that is restart flag, so it does not require. It automatically drop the packet in the network. No, it will send the message to the TCP, and TCP will read the flag and will stop overflowing. Now we have next question on IPv6. Which of the following statement about header chain is accurate? So header chain in IPv6 is allow easier parsing due to the variable size. It has the fragmentation, but fragmentation is moved to the extension header. It allow a fixed number of extension header. No, we have variable number of extension header. These are optional, so we can use them. Then it incorporate the checksum directly in the header. So yes, but we are talking about the header chain. So yes, a header chain, it allows easier to parsing due to the variable size. We can use the header according to choice, header extension according to the choice. In the term of digital signature, what is non-repudiation? Means no, we cannot deny after sending the message. After sending the message, we cannot deny that I haven't sent. So sender cannot deny the authenticity of message sent. It is called the non-repudiation. It is called the non-repudiation. What distinguishes the epidemic routing from traditional routing method in mobile ad hoc network? So it propagates the data in multiple nodes in hope one will reach to the destination. Like hope to hope transmission is there. We have multiple devices and they are connected like this. So it is called the MANET, mobile ad hoc network. Mobile ad hoc network. Now consider the cloud-based resource management system that dynamically allocate resource based on priority queue. What is the downside of this approach in public cloud? So in public cloud, risk of resource starvation for the low priority task is possible. Inefficient use of resources, difficult to maintaining SLA. There is no relation with SLA. Increased complexity of virtualization. No. Basically, the process with low priority may suffer from the starvation. Now we have artificial intelligence, AI, last unit. Data during the alpha beta cutoff procedure in game playing. What happens when a beta value of node become less than the alpha beta of instrument? So if alpha is greater than beta, we have to immediately prune the tree. We have to, if the beta value of node become less than the alpha, then we have to immediately prune the tree. This is the condition of pruning in alpha beta tree. In game playing, what is the key advantage of min-max search? It guarantees the optimal solution. Yes. It prune the search. No. For that we require alpha beta. It reduce the computational time by half. We require the alpha beta for this. It minimizes the need for heuristic evaluation. In min-max algorithm, we work on the concept of the utility value and it do not need heuristic evaluation. So yes, again we have answer will be option 2. Next question is, what advanced technique is often used to make defuzzification step more robust? So Monte Carlo simulation, याद रखिए, remember it, Monte Carlo simulation, it is often used to make defuzzification step more robust. Now, next है, what is the primary role of semantic web in multi-agent? So, semantic web, it is enable the interoperability among the heterogeneous agent. It enable the interoperability. Next, we have uh, in the terms of neural architecture, which of the following best describe how the reinforcement learning model typically differ from supervised learning? So, the presence of reward signal, whenever we have reinforcement, so it works on the concept of rewards and punishment. So, rewards and punishment signals will be there. If the task is correct, then reward will be given. If the result is incorrect, then punishment will be given. So yes, presence of reward and punishment signal. Now, next question. What is the purpose of fitness function in genetic algorithm? Yes, to determine the quality of solution. To determine the quality of solution, we use the fitness function. And the last question is here. What is the goal of back propagation in multi-layer perceptron? To reduce the dimensionality of the data. So this is what your previous year paper. I hope these two sessions are helpful. If yes, do like this session and let me know whether you want the solution of the question paper of 2022. If yes, then mention into the comment box. I will try to record that as well. And I will also provide the most expected questions for your examination. So this series I am going to start very soon. Prepare in parallel. Whatever is your doubt, you can connect with me to my mobile number, that is 8882587646, and the telegram channel is link is also given at the rate Rashmi GRF Guru, that you can join to download this PDF. So do like this session and share with your friend. Thank you. All the very best.